What's going on, guys? We've made some things happen here. We may have taken the hood off. The hood is only right over there. And we have a good reason to do so.
Let's not do that, though.
Our reasoning for taking the hood off here is because of this rear end. We probably wouldn't want to use this rear end with that engine.
No, we definitely don't want to.
Yeah, so we're going to end up taking that rear end out and putting our tricycle rear end in here.
I don't know, have we mentioned it previously, how torquey this rear end is?
We may have.
It makes you go really slow.
Yeah, it's geared to be a golf cart, so I think the
geared
ratio...
to be lame.
Yeah, the gear ratio is like 13-to-1 or something like that, so 13 turns of that pulley to the 1 turn of the wheel. It's pretty shitty.
Right, and it would probably grenade itself if we married this to that. Anyway, because all the little gears inside there would be spinning, well, I don't know, like 100 times faster than they should.
Yeah.
Well, what was the RPM rating for the first engine?
Like 8,000 or something like that? It was a Snellbill engine.
No, the first one.
Oh, that one? Oh, Jesus, I don't know, like 4,000?
Like 4,000, and when we bought it, it was more like 200, so...
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, 4,000, so it's, what, 4 times the RPM?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyways, that's our trike rear end that we picked up out of a dead trike chassis.
Right, hopefully it's not shit.
Hopefully it'll work in there. It should. We kind of lined everything up before. We still have the brackets that will bolt up to here and over here, so that'll make installation. Well,
don't say that.
Yeah, I won't say what I was about to say.
We might be able to use the brackets that we sell, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. The question is, can we tug it off in one pull?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
No, don't crack it. No. Pry bar. We're letting work. There.
It's almost broken.
Oh yeah, you just need a screwdriver to pound it. Major screwdriver.
Phone made noise.
Yeah, that was just like an email or something.
Why would you have it set for email?
I don't know how to set it up.
Yeah. Fair enough. Probably good.
Clearance when I drop this.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep going.
as it drops right on the pan.
Oh, well, your pan's not the issue. You're going to hit right here on the transmission, though. It's almost resting on the frame rail right now.
That doesn't drop, Josh.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Oh, there's no issue for clearance that way.
There's still room?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing. There's like
So it
six
probably
inches.
barely dropped.
It's got like 6 inches of clearance still.
Really?
Well, remember we have it on blocks too.
Yeah, but isn't this the final? Oh wait, no, it's a little higher than it would be. That's right. Oh, it's like 4 inches higher than it would be.
Yep.
All right. Oh yeah, derp. I made a derp too.
What?
It wouldn't change because the wheels are on there.
Oh.
We're getting closer to the ground than it was. We gotta take the wheels off though.
Wheels come off. Do I not have the extension for this one? Son of a bitch.
Is that what you're gonna use? Get that wheel off?
I told you about it. Or trying to be a wedge. Oh. Wow, that one was actually tight. Then again, I am using a 3/8 ratchet.
This is exhausting. We should have brought the air tools out.
We could have.
And again, I think that's a little out of the machine. Well, it depends on how you do it. I was thinking of like a tube intake manifold, but you could make one out of a solid chunk of aluminum, I guess. That would be in the realm of machining.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
There's people watching
I didn't
us.
do anything.
They're watching us, and you just
They
rolled
didn't
the
see
fucking wheel right into them.
They didn't see that.
Yeah, they did.
No. Magic of editing.
Oh no, they're gonna see it.
These are still gonna be in our plane, aren't they?
You probably should have undid the bottom ones.
Are there nuts on the bottom of this?
There might be.
Just leave it on.
It's hooked to the swing arm, which is hooked to the axle.
How is that hooked to this one? Really?
Yeah, look at that.
That's stupid.
Oh, there's an E-clip.
There's nothing there.
Always remember to dishook your brakes.
Who needs it? I saw this thing for $600.
I doubt that.
Well, this thing has a lot of experience. Hold on. Who left that thing? What do you know?
Rear end. It's out of the golf cart.
Woo! Moving backwards.
Blank space.
Yep, like slate.
Blank slate.
Like
Good point.
canvas.
Open canvas.
Something.
Blank slate.
You don't know where this is gonna land either.
So that's our triker end.
Will it clear?
We're questioning whether or not it's going to clear that shock.
Oh. Is our line totally fucked up?
It's possible.
How did that happen?
Well, I mean, we were approximating like 2 feet away.
Did the engine move? Huh. Because that feels more like my own stupid wheel. More like that.
That's about where the line is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your eyes are fucking crooked.
No, that's true. I've already established that as being the truth.
Is it actually centered? Yeah, it actually is more or less centered. Huh, not bad.
Alright, we'll just weld right here and here and we'll be done.
Alright, so as you can see, we have our rear end back out of our golf cart. And we had this approximated in its spot, and it would have dimensionally fit this way and that way and whatnot. Well, almost back and front, which I'll explain in a minute. But it turns out it's not going to work. We had bought this for we had the whole trike chassis and whatnot. We cut this out of it and whatnot, and we were planning on using this for our golf cart end, as we already said. But it turns out that because of the positioning of this and the fact that we can't change it, means that we can't get it to line up good enough with the sprocket on the engine compared to this way and that way. And it also, we ended up running into an issue with this drum area, which we were thinking about mounting a brake to, comes to contact with the spring if we move it to where it needs to be. So it fits left and right. If we didn't have to worry about the sprocket, front and back, it fits just fine if we didn't have to worry about this drum. But we have a new plan. Here we are again. We're looking at the back of the golf cart. The axle was here, mounted in those 4 bolt holes and those 4 bolt holes over there. So, unfortunately, our sprocket is not movable on that triker end, so we kind of are limited to exactly where we could put it. And unfortunately, it doesn't line up quite exactly like we thought it was or did. When we mocked up our engine and whatnot, we sort of approximated everything and crossed our fingers, hoped to die that it would fit or well line up, and it didn't line up. But we're going with a much better option anyways, which I'll explain here in a minute, which is probably the option we should have just went with the first time. But now we have a spare triker end or quad rear end we could use for something else. And that drape brake drum ended up hitting the spring right here a little bit if we moved the rear end to where it had to be. So what we're going to do is build the go-kart rear end. We're going to get a 1-inch shaft to go all the way across. That will be where we'll be able to cut to whatever length we need it to be. We'll have pillow block bearings that will line up with those holes on each side, and then potentially a third one in the middle so it doesn't bend or anything like that. And we'll be able to use the motorcycle sprocket adapted with a hub to a 1-inch diameter hub, and we'll drill some holes in it so we can bolt our sprocket from the motorcycle up to it, which is actually a lot better because the motorcycle sprocket has less teeth than the trike sprocket. The trike sprocket would have given us lower gearing, which is great for torque but not great for speed. Granted, this engine revs to 12,000 RPM, so it wouldn't have been that big a deal, but hey, you know, why not have more top speed? Fuck it. Anyways, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to order a bunch of go-kart rear end parts and build the rear end from scratch. Well, scratch that way. We're going to get wheel hubs for each side, pillow block bearings, a sprocket hub, and then we can get another brake hub or some kind of another sprocket hub that we can bolt the brake disc to, so we have some nice ass brakes as well. So of course that means we're at a standstill with that part of the project. So what I'm doing here is we're going to make our drop brackets to drop the front suspension down to give the front end its lift. We did some thinking, did some measurements, and what we're going to do is just do what a lot of people do with the Yamaha G1, which is just drop the mounts for the front arms and the rear arms down, whatever you need to give yourself some lift. And then all you do is just, the shocks mount way up on the chassis up here, you just drop those down too, and there you go. You now have a lifted, or the front of your Yamaha G1 is now lifted. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead, find some metal to make some plates, box it in and whatnot, and then we'll be able to bolt it all up again, just as you see here, just a lot taller. And that'll bring this episode down to a close. Next time we'll be starting right here, where we'll be lifting the front end, and I'm sure other things will be involved. And of course, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and like our Facebook page. The link is in the description. Leave us a comment, give us a like on the video, and most of all, make sure you get out there and do something.